Have you ever heard a voice in your head whisper, "You can't do this"? Not your rational voice, but another one, the one that freezes you at the edge of change. This video won't give you fake motivation, it will light a stoic fire that burns fear from within. There's a voice living inside you. Not your thoughtful, grounded voice, but the whispering one. The one that says, "You're not ready." The one that screams worst-case scenarios before you even begin. That voice is fear. But here's the truth. Fear isn't real, not in the way you think it is. It's not a monster chasing you, it's a shadow that grows when you stay still. And in this video, we're not going to fight fear with anger or fantasy. We'll dismantle it with something for stronger, stoic fire. Because once you understand how Stoicism disarms fear from the inside out, you'll never kneel to it again. First, fear is an internal response, not an external reality. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Today I escaped from anxiety, or rather, I discarded it, because it was within me and my own perceptions, not outside." Fear is not what happens to you, it's what you believe about what happens. And this is where the Stoic shatters the illusion. A Stoic doesn't try to control the weather, the outcome, or other people. They control themselves, the lens through which they see reality. You fear rejection, that's a story. You fear failure, that's a projection. You fear pain, that's an interpretation, not a fact. Fear is your mind's internal reaction to a misunderstood external event. When you master perception, fear fades, it can no longer latch onto anything inside you. This is the cornerstone of Stoicism. Nothing outside can harm you, unless you let it in. Second, get comfortable with discomfort. Want to destroy fear? Then stop running from the things that scare you. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And the more you avoid discomfort, the scarier it becomes. The Stoics knew what we've forgotten, that pain isn't the real enemy, your reaction to pain is. Your fear of discomfort gives fear its power. But the moment you face discomfort, something shifts. You sharpen. You discover strength in places where you once saw fragility. Cold showers, difficult conversations, early mornings, silence, rejection. They're not punishments, they're the forge. They teach you how to remain steady when the world shakes, how to endure while others fold. Each time you step into discomfort, fear loses its grip. You've stepped into the fire, and now it's time to tell fear one simple truth. I'm not here for ease. I'm here for strength. Number 3, prepare for the worst and then accept it. The Stoics practiced a powerful technique called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. They didn't ignore fear. They studied it. They sat with it. They walked through its darkest halls with the torch of reason. They asked themselves, what's the worst that could happen? Then they imagined it again and again until it became familiar. Because what's familiar stops feeling like a threat. This isn't about becoming numb, it's about becoming prepared. It's about building the inner resolve to say, if the worst happens, I'll still be me. I'll still rise. It's not pessimism, it's psychological immunity. When you anticipate the storm and accept it before it arrives, it no longer catches you off guard. And if it doesn't surprise you, it can't scare you. Number 4, replace fear with duty. Fear thrives in idle minds. It lives in the hearts of people with no mission. The less you know about what truly matters, the louder fear becomes. But when you have a duty, a mission, fear shrinks. Marcus Aurelius didn't ask, "What if I fail?" He asked, "What is my duty today?" He didn't live for applause or comfort. He lived for virtue, for service, for the discipline of action over emotion. You want to kill fear? Stop trying to feel brave. Start doing what matters. Shift your focus from how you feel to what you do. When your actions align with your values, fear becomes irrelevant, because nothing matters more than living with integrity. Number 5, kill fear with present action. Fear only lives in the future. It feeds on what-ifs. It breathes in the fog of imagination. But the Stoic, they pull their mind back to the one place fear can't survive, the present moment. Here, now, this breath, this step. Fear can't live in the present, because the present is too real. It's not fantasy, it simply is. That's why Stoics act. They don't wait until they feel ready. They don't wait for fear to disappear. They move and let motion dissolve fear along the way. Because fear hates momentum, and action is a declaration: I am alive, I am here, I choose to act anyway. Number 6, control the narrative, control the fear. Your mind is a battlefield, and fear, it's a storyteller, a liar whispering tales of disaster in your own voice. But the Stoic doesn't let fear write their story. They take the pen back. Once you've taken back the pen, you don't just silence fear, you begin rewriting the entire narrative. And that's how fear begins to lose its grip. The Stoic rewrites the script. They ask, what's another way to see this? What meaning do I choose to attach to it? When they feel their chest tighten, they don't say, I'm afraid. They say, this is my body preparing for action. When they face uncertainty, they don't freeze. They whisper to themselves, this is where character is forged. This isn't delusion. It's self-mastery. It's using reason to lead. Emotion turning fear from a tyrant into a servant. Because when you control the story, you control the fear. Number 7, you don't need to be fearless, you need to be unbreakable. The goal isn't to never feel fear. You're human. You will feel it. The goal is to never let fear define you, never let it shrink your actions, your potential, or your sense of self. Fear may arrive uninvited, but courage is the one who answers the door. And courage doesn't mean feeling nothing. It means moving forward despite what you feel. It means shaking hands with fear and walking past it. It means realizing that strength doesn't always look like silence or stillness. Sometimes, strength is in the trembling hands that keep writing, the shaky legs that still take the next step. You don't need to be superhuman. You just need to not break. And that is what Stoicism builds. You want to destroy fear, then don't fight it directly. Outgrow it. Rise above it by mastering your mind. Ground yourself in reason. Live with principle. Act even when your voice shakes. Let fear be loud. Let it scream, twist, and cry. And then you move, you speak. You live as if fear never had the power. Because it never did. Fear only wins if you believe its story. But the Stoic rewrites the ending with calm, with clarity, with strength. And when you walk forward with that calm while the world panics, fear dies.